Hi guys, it's Belle here and welcome back for part 2 where we are trying to make our own version of this little tri-tag or tri-flip folder that my friend Sarah sent to me. Again, links will be down below to Sarah's channel and also the video where I opened that in our Crafty and Halloween advent. Now, I am working with the Tracy Fox Peculiar Instance at Potter's Infirmary. I will link that down below. So we're not going to do exact. We've done the folder exactly like Sarah did, but I want to take some inspiration from the ephemera she used, but not exact. So what I would like to do is the first thing is I want to put on here. Well, we could do that in a minute actually. Let's do, if we have a look at Sarah's, in the front pocket here, she has this little index card, a little bit of fabric, and then she has this tag which opens up. I love these so much. So we're going to do that. And she also has under here a little piece of paper. We're just going to work on section by section, guys. That is the best thing to do. So the first thing I want to put in here, in the digital kit, there is, let me find it, there is this little piece here which looks like a book or a folder, and I want to put that in that bottom folder now, in that bottom pocket. Now it might be too big, I might have to, I printed these all out at the normal size that Tracy gives you. But realistically, I might have had to print some out smaller. Let's have a look. No, that's going to fit in there. Lovely. Love it. Now, it has, she's used a little index card, which I thought was quite good. And I have this super grungy one. So I'm going to stick this on here and make this an index card. 1, 2. Do I have to? No, because I'm not doing it exact. But I really love using index cards. So let's do it. I mean, you could just put paper on the back of here. But I also think I printed this out on a slightly less heavy paperweight. So it's good to back it with something like the index card that then's going to give me more of a weight on the back. So that's good. Let's get the bone folder. And let's just trim this. She had a little bit of fabric to hers too. I love all the fabric trims. I'm not sure how realistic that's going to be. This has twine around it, and it almost would be fun to put twine around it. You know, like real twine. And then tuck something in there. That would be fun. I could actually, I should have thought about this, because I could have sliced along there and made it so that something did actually fit in there. So I could have done that. Did I? No, but I could have. So let's ink around this, because there's a little bit of white where I cut, and also everything needs to be inked. I'm using walnut stain and black soot distress stains and oxides. So we have that. I'm going to bring in, I had this little number stencil that I've been using, and I am going to bring that in just at the moment. I may actually add more, but I just wanted it brought in a little bit. And let's bring in some letters too. It's very faint though. That's because I didn't put more ink on there. I feel like I want to add to this. I'm hoping I have one in here. I can see one already, so that's good. One of the little Tim Holtz mini paper clips. I want to add one of the images of possibly a nurse or a patient. So we've got this one. I do really like these, but I think they're too big. This one down here might be good. Let's have a look at size-wise. I mean, that one would be really good. I feel like she looks a bit too light. I think that's what was putting me off, but we'll just ink her and make her grungy. That's what we're going to do. So again, I'm not following the exact story. If you go over to Tracy's, I will find the video and link it, where Tracy, the story's on her channel, and that goes along with this kit. I just like the kit for its creepiness, so I'm not necessarily going to. We could just add a bit more of the index card on here, couldn't we? Why not? We have it here, so why not use it? I'm not going to follow that story. This is just going to be a creepy, creepy, horrible Victorian hospital. You know, one of the ones that just bad, just bad. I feel like maybe some people were good who worked there. Like, she looks like a nice nurse, but, you know. But basically, it was just a horrible place that's been shut down. But even in the Victorian era, after it got shut down, even then there were tales of spooky goings on. Ugh, I don't like hospitals at the best of time. I mean, who of us does, realistically? But yeah, I don't like them. And I don't like abandoned ones. Like creepy houses, okay, I can just about cope with that. Creepy abandoned hospitals, no, thank you very much. Maybe it's because a lot of people would have. I want to rough these edges up. I need to find my small scissors because this is ridiculous. I can't do it with those. I'm trying to find, I know I had some small scissors. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I found some small scissors, not the ones I really want, but these will do. I want to rough up the edges a little bit. Yeah, I feel like in hospitals, sorry if this is triggering to anyone, I feel like in hospitals, it's a bit different. It's just a lot of things. And yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that old energy. I just, no, thank you. So anyway, but I've really wanted to work with this kit, but I find it a lot creepier than the creepy haunted house for Craftly. Like, this really creeps me out. And there's just something about seeing like abandoned hospital beds and things like, oh no. So if that kind of thing really creeps you out, this might not be the kit for you either. But do you know what I did just find as I was in my, I don't even know if I should do this, but as I was in my tool drawer, I found one of these. I love these. I kind of normally use it when I'm doing, like wanting to perforate things, but it just adds a little bit of something, I think, to the distressed look. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you think it doesn't add anything, but I feel like it does. So I thought, let's pull that out and play with it a little bit too. Let's really just scrunch it. Let's just scrunch the whole thing. Why am I even being too particular with it? I feel like she should definitely go on there. We could add some fabric into that actually, but I don't know if I need it. Right, she should definitely go on there, but I feel like we need something on here. Now this would be brilliant if we had like some stamps or rub-ons that were small enough that we could... Right, these are the Sample Creative Expressions Signatures from the Past, CEC1055. They're just here on my, they're literally just here on my table. So I'm thinking I might try some of these. We've got the word registered. I think I want to put number 5 on there. I don't know why, but I do. I know I've got the Tim Holtz stamps as well. They've got things like filed and all that kind of good stuff too. I've not used this number 5 before, so it might not come out perfectly. So let's stamp it off first. There we go. Brilliant. And I'm using my Jet Black Stays On. On there. I just feel like that needed something. And also, oh, we've got case file. Oh, we need that, don't we? Because they've been called in to deal with this absolutely creepy. I need the bigger one. This won't do. To deal with this creepy hospital. People hearing screams and yells in the middle of the night. And we can have that like up here or just here. Doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Ah, love it. Love it. Ah. Just the simple things sometimes, isn't it, guys? It's just that. Right, where is... Right, I've lost my project. I've lost me marbles. Right, now this, I think Sarah glued hers, and I haven't glued mine yet. So let's just glue it. Because otherwise this is going to fall out, and we don't want that, do we? So, yeah. So we're going to have that on there. Oh, love it. Really love it. Across here, I was wondering about, let's see, I don't know if I have one, but I have the Tim Holtz dies, the kind of identification label dies that have, well, this isn't actually a Tim Holtz one, that one, but I have the smaller ones, like so, and I do have the word archive, although that's cut all over the place. Specimen. I feel like I want to cut another one. That's what I feel like I want to do. So I may end up doing that. I may cut another one, but that might go there. But those last minute decorations we can leave till then. Let's get some of the ephemera made first, shall we? So we're going to put her in there. I might even add something else under her. I'm going to keep those stamps out because they actually work really well with the whole thing that I'm doing. So let's move those to the side so I have them nearby. Okay, so we have that. Now there's a tag. Sarah has a tag. Before I do that though, I was wondering about, Sarah has some paper under Ripped and Torn, and I'm wondering about using one of these. Now I know it's a little bit big, but we're just going to rip and tear it. And then we're going to make the tag. Now, this would have been great to do on tea-dyed paper, actually. This might be a better one. Let's cut them both out. See what we can do. I really like this one, though, because it's so dark. So, yes, what I'm talking about is, under here, Sarah has this teeny, tiny little bit of paper, which theoretically, that's not going to work, is it? I know what I've got. I've got some tea stained lined ledger paper. Let's tear some of that. I want it to look really grungy, so I want to tear this bit. And I'm even going to leave that on there. Like so. And then we're just going to fold it under there. Love it. Gonna ink some more around it. Oh dear, frog in my throat. Need some water. Don't tell the hospital staff. They'll keep me in. Love the grunge of that. Now that just kind of fits under Sarah's folded like so. I really want that perforated edge. Might be a bit wide, but it might not be, so we're just going to do it. There's a bone folder. Oh, one of my cats wants attention. She's like, Mother. You might be able to hear her in the back of the video. So yeah, we're going to just ink along these edges. And then that will tuck under there. I am going to ink it and stuff. Oh, I love how that perforated bit comes out of here. Now, to hold that in place, we need to make the tag. And this tag, as I've shown you already, is one of these ones. So we are going to do that. Now, I pulled out one of the tags that I really wanted to use. I bet it's on the bottom. They always are, yes. And then we are also going to use this. So these are the two things we are going to use. So let me just have that nice and straight because it's bothering me and it's falling on me. Okay, so we have this with the doctor that I thought, as it's already kind of a tag shape, it would be perfect. I mean, does he look like a doctor? This guy looks more like a doctor with his stethoscope, doesn't he? But we're going to say maybe this is the rich doctor or the rich gentleman who this is named after, Potter, who funded it and is making money from it. That's what we're going to go with. So yeah, so I'm going to cut him out, and I do need him cut exactly because he is going to be my template for the back of the tag. Now obviously this is white. Would have been best if I'd put it on tea-dyed paper first. But we move and we work. Actually, he would have been great on black card, wouldn't he? But we will make it work. That's what we will do. Okay, so that's that tag. Now, I want this on the back, I think. I really like that. So the thing I have to do is I need to actually cut this properly so that we can back it the right way. So let's do that. Oh, love these tags. Tracy just does such a good job of making grungy, collagey kind of backgrounds. I just love them. It's exactly my kind of aesthetic. This kind of thing, oh, I just find it absolutely yummily delicious. I really do. There's no other way to describe it. It's just yummy. So we are going to draw around him. Which way? We want more of this. I'm going to put him there. And we're going to draw around the bits that we need to. Like so. And then I am going to cut that out. Okay, so they're both cut out and inked around. So now what I need is some tea-stained paper. And obviously, I want it to be as grungy as possible. And we need to, which side do I prefer? Oh, I like that side. Okay, so let's have a look at Sarah's. So this will be my front, which means he really needs to go along here. We could turn it around. No, we're just going to have it. Actually, I feel like I do want it about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just measure that. And then we're going to cut that piece. So let's do it. I was thinking this might be in 2 parts, but if I'm honest, it could be in 3 or 4 parts. Because I don't want to really edit. And again, it's fun to just show you actually. Where did he go? It's fun to just show you how long a project can take. I mean, it'll probably be quicker if you know exactly what you're doing and have done it a few times, but we are here to experiment. So let's stick this right to this edge. Oh, the scrap metal man is out. Can you hear the jingling in the background? I don't know if you can hear that, but if you can, that's the he comes round to collect the metal and bits and bobs. So if you're here in the UK, it's a bit like Steptoe and Son, that kind of thing. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. That, you know. If you're not, then I apologise for that. Sorry, I'm fighting to get a ruler here. Why? I apologise for the random reference, but there we go. And I am just going to use this as a way to then bend this, because I want it to bend neatly and so that everything is where it needs to be. And then I don't know, how many turns did Sarah get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're just going to do it till we do it. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to get too caught up in it because she might have used a different size of paper and all that good stuff. So we are just going to do and fold. Why is that out of alignment? That will bother me. Do you know what? I'll trim it. Because, yes, I get bothered by things like that. So, yeah, he doesn't come round every week, the scrap man. But he does come round and jingles. Sometimes he actually says, any old iron. Sometimes he does do that. So that's fun. And it's great because it just means we can leave bits out. And right. And he comes and collects them. I'll trim that. Got to be careful I don't trim the edges. All right, so this is all a bit all over the place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this bit. And then we're going to stick the other tag to it. And we're going to go from there. And we're going to do some cleaning up and trimming. That's what we're going to do. Because not only can I not cut straight, I don't seem to be able to actually fold straight either. It's an experience. Like, why is that? That will bother me too. It's all the folds, but anyway. Again, doesn't matter how long you've been crafting. Not everything turns out perfect. Will it annoy me? Probably, but we're going to go with it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move on and try not to get too worried about it, because otherwise we'll be here forever. And this is where ink comes in. Ink will come in and save the day. And it'll have to do a lot of saving on this one. Right. Ink those edges. Ink them up. But basically you get the idea. If I wasn't filming, it would probably come out a lot better. But I am, so it hasn't, obviously. Why would it want to? But this is going to be our tag. And this chappy will fit in here. Oh, first of all, let's open it up. I didn't even show you that. I am going to do something to these tops. But this chappie is going to fit in here to hold that flap down. He looks like his head's been. There we go, like so. Which is basically everything that Sarah's done on hers. If I can find her tag. Her tag is much neater. Sarah, you've done an amazing job. You're obviously very precise in your folding. Unlike myself. I do want to possibly, she's done a hole all the way through hers. And I do want to do that. Sorry if I'm a bit muffled there. I was getting my crocodile. And I can just do one all the way through. Obviously, don't put a brad all the way through that, because that defeats the purpose. Okay. In here, she has basically a large kind of, she's put a poem on hers. And then she has a photo, a piece of card, and another piece of card. So there's basically lots of just, I mean, that already looks like a file, doesn't it? So that's what's in there. So I also want to decorate here, but I want to decorate it with one of the images from the hospital. Like, let's have a look and see what one we can find that's really creepy. We could have one. Actually, this of the hospital is actually going to go in that bit. It may or may not fit. It may have to go on a different bit. We're not using any of the cat. I do not want a cat in this creepy hospital. Cats are far too beautiful to be in this creepy hospital. Okay, I want the inside of the hospital. So let's have maybe, let's have the abandoned wheelchair. Broke a leg. Come into my creepy wheelchair. Oh dear me. Tell you, if April's watching from Pink Oddbird, maybe this is where you should set some Oddtober prompts. In a really creepy hospital. We've had a haunted house, a carnival, and a haunted woods so far. I don't think a hospital will fit with where they're going in the story, but also, don't we just think that would be interesting? Okay, I need to chop there. And obviously it's not going to fit exact, but that's okay. I'm leaving a little bit of a border. That's why I didn't really decorate these up that much, these pockets, because I knew I wanted to come on and and I'm just folding that down where I know there's a bit of a tear, and then I'm just going to tear along that line that I've made, because we can come in and we can play with it. But that's pretty good. And again, this could be a pocket. I'm not going to make it a pocket. I'm trying to be very like, no, don't make everything a pocket. But it could be a pocket. It could be a flip. Oh, now I want to make it a flip. I should have done that beforehand. Like so. That's going to go on there, because that could have flipped down and we could have had more writing space. Oh, I so want to now. Or at least maybe make it another pocket. Should we make it another one? That will at least make me happy that I can add something else there. Oh, do you know what I think I'd like? Okay, we're getting a bit technical. Not technical, but we're adding a little bit now. So I was wondering if I want some stitching. I'm going to do that. Okay, so I added some stitching because a lot of you might be surprised that there's not really any stitching in this yet. You might be like, Belle, where's all the stitching gone? Yeah, I know, guys. So this works on two levels. Firstly, it adds the texture, and I love stitching. And secondly, hospitals, stitching. Just seems right, doesn't it? Obviously, you don't have to if you don't have a sewing machine, or you don't use a sewing machine, or you don't like stitching in your projects. You don't have to. Now I'm feeling like there definitely needs to be stitching here. Yes, that's so lovely. Now I think this is too big to fit into this pocket. I might be able to cut it down a little bit. Let's try. Let's trim it. But I kind of want it because this is the infirmary. This might be quite nice to put in that pocket. Obviously it's going to be backed with something. Right, it definitely is too big. What can I cut? Would it fit in here better? It would. It'd fit in there better. Let's leave it for that one. Okay, so we've got our pocket, and like I said, Sarah put like lots of different little bits in there. We do have this. I wonder if this is too big as well. We have the patient record. These things might just fit better in the middle pocket. Sarah put a journal in the middle pocket, but let's cut this and see. I've also got some tags, so I can cut out some tags, but you know, if I can get some of these bits in there, I think this would work well. Right. Too much mess, too much mess. I think this might just, oh, that's going to fit in. Now, is it a bit wide for there? Let's have a look at Sarah's. Oh, that's fine. She has something sticking out too. If I put something nice on it. Yeah, that's cool. So we have the Potter's Infirmary patient record, which is brilliant. That can most definitely go in there. It is most definitely going to be backed as well. We have medical records. Oh, that might go on if I make a folder. Let's not do that just yet. Now let's have a look at what else can go in there. I think want some more patients in there. Oh, another nurse. We have one here, don't we? We could have another nurse. Do you know what else I want? I want this little ambulance that's going to take you to the creepy hospital. But you're like, no. Would that fit in too? I don't think it will. I think this is too wide. But I just love all these pieces, and they fit with the theme. So I want to see if this would work, or if it's too wide for here. I think it's slightly too wide. That's going to go into there. Okay, let's have a look at some of the other bits and pieces. We've got this really creepy photo. But let's have a quick look. Got another wheelchair one. Oh, creeper. Oh, we've got these tags. These are good. I mean, if you don't like anatomy and hospitals, this is not the project for you guys. So I'm going to cut that out too. Oof, all these really, really creepy people. I feel like I definitely want another hospital one. I know there's tags though. Let's have a look at some of the tags. Yeah, like there's even a wheelchair tag there. Look, guys. Hoping you can see some of these. You might not be able to. Right, let's take this one because we want to be able to see some of the decoration as well, possibly. So I'm going to take this one with the barbed wire, keeping everyone out. And I think maybe one of these people that look like a patient. Should we do that? I don't know if I'm going to put them all in here, but we're going to have a look at what we are going to do. So we've given ourselves some options. So let's move all of those over. Okay. So I think I do want her. Let's chop her. I think I do want her. I don't think we're going to get a lot more done. Really, I should pick everything. But I know sometimes you guys like to see why I'm picking, like what my thought process is. Although I suppose I can explain that to you if I've already pre-picked them. Let's take this one too. It's all so creepy. It's all so creepy. Don't come to this hospital. So yeah, like I said, if you do not like medical stuff, this is not the project for you. Because yeah, but I really wanted to work with this kit. It's just so creepy and grungy and lovely. Right, so we've got that, and then we're going to have that small tag that will go in that other pocket, I think. So we're doing a bit more than Sarah did, but that's okay. So I want her, and she would go in. We might even have her so that you see that brown bit, because I think that works quite well. And then that could go in. That's a bit smaller. We're going to have, in fact, that doesn't need to go in. We're going to have the tag over the top. We're going to have the hospital record, which will just do that, which is good. We're going to have the little ambulance. Do I want the cross? I feel like I want the cross because we've got the red. And then this one, I could put another person in there. I'm just going to roughly cut this. And then this one would go in here, like so. So I'm going to back all those. You don't need to see me back them. I'm just going to use, again, tea stain paper, maybe a little bit of stitching. I'm going to back all those and then I will come back. Okay, so they are all done. You can see I've stitched around this one and I've added a really large eyelet. I only have a few of those and I don't normally use them, so I thought that would be fun. This has just been inked around. I've used some eco-dyed scrap on the back of there. We've got the ambulance here and I've stitched a corner, and then this I've made a bit grungy. There's some lines on the back to go with this, and we've got an eyelet. So let's fit those now. We're going to start by putting her to the back so that you will see that from the front. We're going to put the patient's pharmacy record there. We've got the ambulance, which I was going to put that way because of the red, but now I really like the scrunched up corner, so we're going to use that. And we've got a little pocket just here. Now there's going to be more details added to all of those. We're not going to do this middle pocket just yet. What we're going to do is work on, I think, this pocket here. So on here you can see Sarah's put a little pocket, but again I'm going to go with one of these. And then in here she has another tag, but this one has this flip out, which I like. Got a picture on there, and then this large piece, which again, once this is closed, actually comes over the top. So we are going to pick a few bits to go on there. Okay guys, so you'll see that I've already picked this, and we are going to do the flip over extra bit of paper that Sarah did on this one. So we're going to do that, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So I picked this super creepy picture of this. Again, he looks like a horrible doctor. So I've just put him on some lined paper and I've kind of glued him, as you can see, with a bit of paper top and bottom. And that's because that is going to act as our fold. So like so. And then again, we just fold it down like so. Now, that's not far enough. There we go. Now, I know this looks a little bit wonky, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to round the corners of this because I think that looks better. I keep thinking there's paper here because that looks so much like paper, but it's not paper. It's just actually where the colour of the card changes a little bit. And then I'm just going to trim the edges just a smidge. And then obviously I want this ripped because... Now, what I will say is I know I'm doing some very basic decoration at the moment. In fact, not decorating at all, just inking and stitching. And you're probably, especially if you've been on my channel for a while, thinking, what's going on, Belle? Where's all the decoration? But sometimes this is how I work when I'm working on a new project. I like to just work out what I'm going to put in all the pockets first, and then I come back to do the decoration. So we will be decorating these up more, but this is how I kind of work. So that's going to go like that. Now, I also pulled out this. I love the drawers. I've backed it and I have done a slit. This one will work better here. I pulled out this tag and stitched around it. And I pulled out this super cripper tag and stitched around it. And there was also this in the digital kit. I haven't backed it. You're going to see what I'm going to do on there. But the first thing we need to decide is I need to decide which one of these I'm going to make into the pocket. I really like that bed one. This one has 2 beds. I think I like the one with 2 beds more. So we're going to pick that. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make this into a little pocket, I think. Because, you know, hospital beds. All that creepy stuff. Want the bed there. So let's grab my pencil and work out roughly where this then needs to be cut. About here. So yeah, this may seem chaotic, but sometimes this is how my mind works when I'm crafting. I look at what I basically need to do, especially if it's something I haven't done before. I kind of just look at what, that's going to be a very small rip, but that's okay. What needs to be done, what's going to go where, get the basics put together. Sometimes I don't even stitch till last because sometimes I might want to add stuff to the stitching, but I want to add that first today. Oh my goodness, it is getting dark. So we're going to have the pocket on here. I'll bring that up a little bit. So yes, that's good. Now, what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to fold this and try and fit this into the chest of drawers, into the file cabinet, because I thought that would look quite cute or cool with them kind of popping out of the file cabinet like so. Let's see which way around I like them. Kind of like it like that, and then I'm hoping this will fit in here. If it doesn't, I'm going to put it on this side. We need this chappy machappy. He might go in here. We're going to pull the file cabinet up a little bit like so that we can see the papers behind him. And then I've got this horrible tag. And again, I'm going to do what I did with the other one. I'm going to actually put this backwards so that we see some of this. But what I'm thinking is I might actually put this one backwards with it. Hold on. So that we get the double effect. That might even be nice kind of stitched on there as a double tag with the... Let's do that. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I did want fabric on here, which I don't know if I'll be able to do once I've done this, but we're going to do it anyway. I'll do a bigger one. Oh, we could just use it with a brad, couldn't we? Because that way, if I do it with a brad, it means I can remove it to stitch. And then if I still want to do, where is it? If I still want to do, let's find a brad. If I still want to do an eyelet, I can, because the hole that you put the brad through is so tiny that you can still punch a hole for an eyelet. Right, but I think I'm liking that. And then that would move and we'd see the creepy hallway, and you can write on both of them. Like that. Let's put this in first. Oh my goodness, this is where I need to think about things a bit better. Let's put this in first. Let's make some room. I know, see, this is why it's good to have the flaps, because why is that not wanting to go in? Because, is that getting stuck on one of the flaps? There we go, that's better. Then we have this. Yeah, the flaps just enable you to really feel. I know you're like, Pell, why are you trying to force that? Because I am, guys. And then I still want this guy in here. I mean, he might have been a bit big. We might have needed him to be a bit smaller. Oh, I actually love the way that looks over there. We can move this up a little bit and that down. So there we have that pocket. We've got this pocket over here. We've got that pocket there. Let's do that. And then that's going to be on there. I think Sarah put what's it called on there anyway, another. I love the fact you can see that there. I'm not sure what you can see in Sarah's. I'll have to have a look. Oh, she had a paper clip there, didn't she? So you could see that. I think I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. We've filled these pockets a little bit. We've filled these pockets and we've filled these pockets. So when we come back, we're going to finish the last 3. And then I think there'll be one more video after that where we'll do any finishing touches, like inking and ephemera and all that good stuff. But that'll be it for now, guys. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. As I said, I know it's all a bit chaotic, but that's just because I'm sort of figuring things out as we go as well, which means you're getting a real look into my process and why projects can take me such a long time. But I love this. Yes. I love the fact that we can see the tags. And funny enough, I didn't realise, but these two that I've picked are very similar colours. Yeah. So that's it for now, guys. I'll be back again soon. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments down below if you're following along, if you're making one of these, and if you are, what theme or style are you using? Are you using the Potter's Infirmary kit? All links will be down below so that you can check all that out. And I'll be back soon. Until next time, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.